What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are all enjoying your week. I am back this week with a story for you guys. A lot of people have heard this story, but there are also a lot of people who have requested this story from me because they haven't heard it. Here's a story about how I got arrested, but I'm not a criminal. Izlar!
Yeah, live from a mama house.
The year is 2013. Age, say around freshman college age. So my first weekend of college, there is this event that happens every year where they show a movie. They have this movie night for everybody. Monsters University was the new movie at the time. Perfectly timed for college students at the time, because all the kids who were in college were the kids who saw Monsters Inc. as a kid. So me and my friends went to go watch Monsters University in our university hall. After the movie is over, me and some other friends of mine, including my roommate, are walking these girls who were also friends of mine back to their dorms. Mind you, this is the first weekend of college. Me and my friends are walking our friends back to their dorm. I see my friend Keith a couple feet in front of us. Me being young and a jokester, I look over to my friends. I go, "Hey, tonight's a nice night for a robbery." I throw my jacket to my friends, put my scarf up over my face, and go running up behind my friend. And I put my finger on his neck and I say,
"Don't move."
Keith raises his hands up in the air and he says, "Hey man, I don't really have any money. It's like a phone in my left pocket, $60 in my wallet." But I'm listening to this guy's voice and I'm realizing this doesn't sound like Keith. I'm ready to be like, "Ha, I got you." It was a joke. My roommate comes over with my jacket over his head and starts patting down the kid. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Pulls stuff out of his pockets. He's like,
what is this? It's a crappy phone.
It's like a flip phone.
What is this? This phone is really crappy.
It's like, yeah, I know, it's a real crappy phone.
And he puts it back in his pocket and he leaves. He runs, I don't know, 4 feet in front of all of us. I am like, oh, we're running now? This happened in like a 20-second time span. My adrenaline's pumping and I run off after my roommate. This is where we were with the guy. Like, this is the distance that we ran. He hid behind a pole, I hid behind a really skinny tree. To like prove that like we're not really hiding, because we weren't really trying to rob you in our minds. So I see my other friends walking with this guy and I'm like, oh good, everything, they're talking it over, everybody's becoming friends. I can go back and introduce myself. And I'm laughing and I'm like, "Hey man, you didn't really think we were robbing you, right?" "Nah man, I knew it was a joke the whole time. I was playing along because I felt your finger on the back of my neck and knew it wasn't a gun." I was like, woo, man, you really got me. Maybe you should be in my profession. I'm an acting major. I introduce myself. This guy's a junior, he's a psych major, all this stuff. We laugh about it and we part ways. We end up sleeping over at these girls' dorms. We slept on the floor. So we wake up in the morning and the girls are reading this email. And so they're like, "Hey, man, check your email." I look at the email and I'm reading it. And I'm reading the description of everything that happened. And my mind is blown because I'm like, holy crap, this sounds like what we were attempting to do last night. And I'm literally like, what kind of idiots would try to rob somebody on a college campus? There's witnesses everywhere. And then I get down to the description of the felons. African-American male, short mustache, wears glasses, dark facial hair, goes by the alias of Ben. It is at this point in which I realize wait a minute, this is us. But also, alias of Ben, like, I wonder what'll strike fear into the heart of my enemies. Oh, and when they ask you who did it, tell them it was Ben. Pops out window. I wanted to make up a name. I would go with like Ghostface Killer or something like that. Ben does not strike fear. And then the second description, my roommate is just white male. Description pending. At this point, I'm freaked out. I run back to my dorm, which is across campus. The first and last time I ever ran straight across campus. I get into my room, I burst in the door, and I'm like, hey, read your email. My roommate's reading the email. In the meantime, I am packing my clothes in a suitcase. He's like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? I was like, I don't know, but I'm out of here. I'd never been in trouble with the law before. I didn't know what the protocol was. I was assuming it was time to go on a run. I'm black, my roommate is white. I'm like, I've seen what they do to black people on the news. I ain't trying to be a statistic. We gotta run. And so my suite mate comes in from the other side. He was like, don't be an idiot. Just go and tell them what happened. You know what? That's probably a better idea. You're right. The police station's right next door to where we live. Let's go tell them that it was all a big misunderstanding. Me and my roommate walk to the police station that we have on our campus, and we walk in, and I go to the front desk, and I kid you not, this is what I said. I heard you were looking for me.
Everything is cool in the mind of a gangster.
I'm an idiot. The woman goes, and you are? And so I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm about to introduce myself. Some police officer walks out from the back. He goes, are you Benjamin Izlar? And says my roommate's name. Yeah, but how did you know that already? And he's like, calm down, son, we're the police. Okay, like I'm not doubting that you're the police. I'm just saying I didn't know you had Sherlock Holmes working in the back. Me and my roommate sit down in the lobby 2 hours. We wrote a play about two guys sitting in a police lobby. Magical piece of theater just lost to history. 2 hours go by, they call back my roommate. 45 minutes go by, I fall asleep in the lobby, like someone who's not guilty. I sit down, I write down my side of the story. The guy leaves, comes back, has me tell it. After I'm finished telling the story, he cuffs me to the table, and he tells me that I'm under arrest for second-degree attempted armed robbery, which is like 10 years in prison. Scariest situation I've ever been in. And I was at the Dallas rally of 2016. This kid freaking ratted us out. Detective told me what made it a crime is the fact that we ran. If I had known that, I would have told you that we walked away from the guy. Like, that's not, I'm not a criminal. I didn't say I'm not a criminal. I can tell this story because eventually it got bumped down to like just being thrown away as something stupid as long as we didn't do anything else wrong for a year. The rest of my freshman year, this story is how I introduced myself to people. Around in the beginning of the year about like the two robbers. Yeah, that was me. Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Ben Izlar. I'm not a criminal. There was an email that went out from the police thanking the community for assisting in the capture of the two perps. No, that's us. We're the community. We turned ourselves in. And so now, for those of you who are wondering, that is how I got arrested once. Very Ben way to be in trouble. The moral to the story, it's don't be an idiot. Now it's a motivational video. I hope you guys have enjoyed my mistakes. I hope they gave you a good laugh. As always, thank you guys for the support. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Peace. I love you.